Good morning, Linda. How are you?
I am excellent. Thank you so much.
Oh, hi everyone. This is Liz from Liz Nicholls, A Woman in Motion, and today I'm having a conversation with Linda Mallard. Now, I absolutely think this woman is like the best out there. I have known her for probably 20 years, and so before I get on to that, Linda, I'm going to have you introduce yourself to the audience. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, beautiful to be here, and thank you for inviting me, Liz. This is a real honor to sit in conversation with something I am fully passionate about. I live and breathe this work of energy and health and well-being. And really, my purpose in life is to support all of you in living an active, pain-free lifestyle for a lifetime where you're really living in alignment with who you are at your essence and living from a place of passion and purpose, because this is really why we're here. They're the two most important days, the day we're born and then the day that we figure out why it is that we're here. So yes, my name is Linda Mallard. I come from a background of teaching movement. I've had a Pilates and rehabilitation studio for 23 years, and I love supporting clients in feeling healthy and strong in healing. And as I was doing my work, people weren't necessarily always getting better, and our body is designed to heal. And so it took me down a path of learning about the nervous system, learning about fascia, and then I went into the lymphatics. And you just keep going deeper and deeper down this rabbit hole until I became a certified hypnotherapist. I work with energy medicine, energy clearing. And so it really is a mountain with no top. But ultimately, it's working with the energy systems of the body and the energy systems of who we are, that is pure consciousness, having a soulful spiritual experience in a physical body. I feel like I've spent much of my life seeking enlightenment, and then I got that we are actually enlightenment living in a physical body. And so here I am with intentional life, and just really loving the work through the energy codes, through rapid transformational therapy, hypnotherapy, doing some coaching and workshops.
Well, it's amazing. And I have attended, well, your studio over the years, and I've been doing some of your online courses. We've done some work, and the energy code just absolutely fascinates me. And everyone, Linda did a call last night that for me was a little bit life changing. And she runs a series of classes that are just, they're so incredibly good. And for me, this just fascinates me because I have a history of epilepsy, and my business supports women with epilepsy through coaching and a lot of other things. And there's so much that you offer that is helping me that I really feel can help all others out there with any kind of neurological or health issue. And so maybe if you can speak a little bit around nervous system or energy, because I know you help me clear some things out of my body, and I feel better and better every day. And I'm really looking forward to working with you for many, many years to help me in my health, to become better and more intentional, and release some, energy through my body from the history of epilepsy. So over to you again.
Beautiful. Well, this is the probably one of the biggest complaints that people talk about, is that they don't have enough energy. How are you today? Oh, I'm tired. How are you today? Oh, I feel overwhelmed. And they say, if I only had more energy, I would get out in my garden more. I would exercise more. I would eat better. And so we want to look at what are the energy zappers in our life? What is causing this depletion of energy, when ultimately maximum infinite energy is actually always available to us? So what's in the way of that? And even more so than sort of feeling this loss of energy and vitality, there's health issues that might creep in. And we're learning that the medical system isn't always the answer to healing. And so while this fatigue epidemic that we're in may be caused by stress, let's face it, there's a lot going on in the world these days, never mind in our lives, that we need to manage. And maybe past lifestyle behaviors are catching up, or
Mm.
perhaps it's like we're in a life transition that's causing a little bit of stir in our body. And maybe we're not enjoying our career as much as we were. Or there could be a loss of income, fear of failure. All these things can take energy away from us. But even more than that, what robs us of our energy, as more than anything else, is that we live in our head and not in our body. And so when we let our mind run the show, we can get caught up in the world of our stories and our beliefs, making ourselves wrong or others wrong, or feeling like the world out there has more control over our well-being and our life than in here. And so one of the things that we teach in this work of the energy codes and mastering our energy is something called subject, object, subject. And so when we feel ourselves feeling like, life is hard, I'm always tired, why did this person do this? What's going on over there? That never should have happened. Why do I even bother? Nothing works out anyway. We're putting our attention out in the world and really holding us as small. And so we teach this technique of subject, object, subject, where when we recognize ourselves going down that path of negative self-talk or blame or judgment, we bring the attention back into ourselves being subject. And we do something we call take it to the body. So when we feel that restriction or that contraction coming up, be it self to self or self to other in communication, we come back into ourselves and feel where we feel it in our body. Feel the tension, and then just take a moment to relax and settle into our core. Take some breaths and just hug into wherever we feel that restriction so it dissolves. The number one cause for disease is unresolved emotion. We hold a lot of our feelings and past experiences in our body, and it can really create a lot of discourse, dis-ease, and challenge that if we just come back into our body, it's not mind and body, it's body with mind up into the spirit of who we are at our essence, that we can really start to harness our energy and take back ownership over our life.
I love that. The classes I've taken with you, it's so much incredible information. And a couple of the exercises you do with us in the classes, you can feel I'm not sure how to even explain this, but you can feel the negativity or the tension or the blockage. I don't know if that's right, flowing out. Like last night in the class, I took like 4 or 5 pages of notes. And, I realized how much we're in our head, and we're not listening to our body. I fully admit, as you know, I'm in my head all the time. And it just these shifts, I mean, it's fascinating. And these shifts, little teeny shifts or big shifts, whatever, it's like you feel like you're, I don't know, losing weight or getting lighter, or it's just so incredible. Now you have a series. I was going to ask you if you want to speak about the series that you run. That's amazing. I think it's Tuesday mornings. Anyway, if you can get into talk about that, what you have, because they are so incredible, and honestly, they are life changing for me. So if you can,
Thank you.
yeah, talk a little bit about that, that'd be great.
So what I've just put a new series together, and it's called a hypnotherapy and meditation series. So with the different work that I do, it all kind of comes in together where I utilize hypnotherapy, I utilize breath work, connecting to our energy source. And so I'm doing this hypnotherapy and meditation series. And the first Tuesday is Tuesday, August 8th. And we're going to do, our topic is about developing massive self-confidence. So when I work with most of my clients, sitting underneath a lot of what's holding us back is our belief that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough. So there's a sense of lack of confidence or lack of self-esteem. So in these sessions, We get you into this beautifully relaxed state, and I guide you through. We initially set up what life would look like without the problem, and then I guide you through these techniques where we really can recognize the root cause of where these issues came from. And then we step into, as we release that, we step into what life without the problem looks like and create this beautiful picture. Because our body thinks in words and images. And so as we create the image and we feel it into our body, it really is, it's a done deal. We come into that space of not wanting it, but that we have it and believe that it's there and it's already in motion. The next one, we're doing a healing vortex about Heal Your Body Now, where you will be accessing your innate healing superpowers. And then our final session, which is Tuesday, August 22nd, is how we go from anxious to calm. So just in the listening to conversations I have with people, these seems to be the three biggies that people are dealing with: is self-confidence, how our body can heal, and just, you know, anxiety is when we're living in our head, and when we bring it into our body, we can use these techniques and in a second shift our state. So
Well, and that's so incredible because it's, you know, we weren't taught this when we were in school, right? And it's so great to have the resources that you offer, and especially for me and, you know, for my audience, it's just incredible. It's I am so over the top excited that you do this. Now, before I forget, because I'm very excited about this interview today, is that how can people get a hold of you? What's the best way for people to reach out? And your bio is incredible. I highly recommend everybody read Linda's bio. It's incredible. So how can people reach out and find out more about you, work with you, join in on these classes? I'm taking them all.
Oh, I love it. Yes, thank you, Liz. I always appreciate your support. So intentionallife.ca is my website, and you can poke around there. There's a contact list so that you can reach out and ask some questions. I always offer a 30-minute energy reset call where we can just have a conversation, learn about you and your goals, what you're up to, and see if there's something that we can do together where I can support you in getting there faster and easier than if we try and muddle through in on ourselves. You can also follow me on Facebook, Linda Mallard, and I post all of my events from Eventbrite that you can register for there, as well as the replays. And so these are all beautiful ways that we can get in touch. And you know, one of the reasons I do a lot of these free workshops and seminars is to help us all stay in the conversation, because the higher levels of consciousness that we reach, the more we need to root and ground, because we're growing and then we anchor, and we grow and we anchor, we expand and we anchor. And for all of us, even me as a teacher, we heal each other in the presence of this being in the higher levels of consciousness. And we do need these reminders because the mind is always working, right? There's this tape that's always going. And the more we're in the conversation, the more we can recognize, this is the universe telling us, right? When life is hard, things aren't going our way. We're like, have a thought, we stub our toe. It's like, oh, thank you, universe. You're redirecting me that I actually need to come back here, come back home, take it to the body, and use my breath and connect to my source. So that was a long answer to how to get in touch with me, but there you go. This is why we do these things, to rise each other up.
Yeah, I love this. Well, thank you so much. Now, I would love to continue the conversations if we could. I know you're super, super busy, but this is such important work you're doing, and it's so needed out there. And I'm just over the top thrilled with the results from working with you. So I highly recommend everybody reach out to Linda, check her out. You can find her, like she said, on Facebook, and I will put all your information in this recording so that it's easy for people to get a hold of you. And thank you so much. Yeah, let's keep the conversation going. This is amazing. It's so helpful for everybody. So
yes,
thank you. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you,
Bye.
Liz. I appreciate your time and inviting me to be here with you. And yeah, I just love being in this conversation. So let's jump in and raise each other up and
Yeah.
live a life that we love living.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks. Okay, bye for now. Bye.